Hi guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but we're back today. Today we're gonna go through an upper body workout. I'm gonna take you through the exercises I'm doing, a few teaching points as always, It's been a while since my last video, and I believe I was in the middle of the off season when that was last shot. So we're about 8 kilos lighter right now, currently in the middle of my mini cuts. Well, 9 weeks in, we've got about 3 more weeks. I will do a separate video on this topic because I want to talk about it a little bit more. About the mini cut, what I've been doing, how the mini cut looked. This is not a prep yet. We still don't know. Are we going to compete this year? Are we not going to compete this year? We will find out in 3 weeks. When I say find out, it will be a decision between me and my coach. We'll make the decision together, depending on how I'm looking, if we think it's good enough, because the last thing I really want is to go back on stage, not getting anywhere again. I want to be competitive, so I don't mind taking a little bit more time, basically out of stage in the improvement season. I love improvement season, so it doesn't bother me. Working on myself, growing a little bit more muscle. We've grown already. We'll find out by how much. But I do think that we've grown definitely since last time. It will be just a case of, being better. I want to be better, so we'll do what we need to. But I'm not going to talk about it now. We'll do a separate video, like I said. We are going to do upper body workout today. I've got my ears ready, ears and creatine intra workout as always. So let's do it. Right, so first exercise today is actually one of my favorites for shoulders. I absolutely love this exercise, and it's the first one in this session, in an upper body session. I only got one upper body session that I repeat twice in a week. So my training has slightly changed as well since last time when we talked about it. I used to train 5 times a week, which was 3 legs, 2 upper body. Now, being in a diet phase, my volume has come down a little bit, basically to allow me to recover better, because you can only grow what you can recover from. So basically, my coach has decided to take out the 5th day, and I only train 4 times a week, and it's basically lower, upper, rest, lower, upper, rest, rest, and then I obviously repeat. So 4 times a week, 2 lower, 2 upper. Believe me, it is plenty. At the moment, my body is broken just from these 4 sessions, but this is exactly the point, right? Like, I always talk about quality rather than quantity. This is it. So, because my sessions are full in, 4 times a week is more than enough at the moment for me. So I recover just about right. And then it still allows me to be progressing whilst I'm in a diet phase. But anyway, going off topic now. So back to the first exercise, which is a lying lateral cable raise. So we're gonna be hitting the lateral head of our shoulders. I love this exercise, right? You usually see people doing it with dumbbells, which is all right. However, if you do it on a cable, the difference is, because it's a cable machine, basically, you got the resistance going up, you got the resistance coming down. So it's much more isolated than it would be with dumbbells when you see people swinging. There's not gonna be any swing here. It's gonna be a lot of pauses at a peak, tension, basically to engage the shoulder as much as possible. So you won't see me swinging, you won't see me using any kind of momentum. That is totally out, or it should be out of the equation here. Right, pay attention to particular tempo on this exercise. What you want to do is control the movement, again, not swinging, control the movement on the way up. Then we're gonna pause for a second while we're up, basically where the tension is the highest. Again, we always make exercise harder, not easier. Our job is to make exercise harder. So we wanna make sure that we are basically looking for the hardest way in an exercise to create a tension on the muscles so that muscle can grow. It's all about growing muscle. So we're gonna be coming up nice and controlled, pause for a second, up when you're under the most tension. Then we control it on the way down. We don't just drop it, we control it. And then we pause at the bottom before we drop the tension as well. So pause up, pause at the bottom, control up, control down. You will see me doing this. This exercise has got the rep range between 15 and 20, purely because it's an isolation exercise. So you won't be able to use a lot of weight. Like, I've literally got no weight, yeah? The first block on the cable, which is pathetic 5 kilo, but it's not about the weight, as we know. I believe last time we have done 17 reps, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm gonna double check that because we always go into another set knowing what we're doing. Yes, 17 reps. This one is a burner, it's a burner. Oh. Oh, it hits the shoulders proper. I love it. That was 18 reps, wasn't it? Extra rep, happy days, just love that. That was good, feeling good today, which is, I love this because you never know how you feel going into the session until you start training. And then halfway through this set, I was thinking, I think there's gonna be some extras today because it feels good. I mean, it's burning, don't get me wrong, but it feels good. So I think we have timed it perfectly with doing this video right now when I have a good day. Second set, extra rep as well. It's going good today, it's going good. Now we've got one more set to do. This is, I believe, the only exercise today, I might be wrong, but I think it's the only exercise today that's got 3 sets. Everything else will have 2 sets. So I'm gonna go in for one more set. Again, 15 to 20 reps. However, the last set has got a drop set. This is the only drop set in my whole program. When you're doing drop sets, you always wanna do them on an isolation exercise rather than something that is big compound. It's 2 kilo. Ow. I can't even take out my earphones now. I love this, don't get me wrong, but it freaking hurts. Pump down. Well, if we have a good lighting, do we have a good lighting? Anabolic. Okay, next one, high incline press. I called for help on this one.
Make sure your hand turns upright.
Oh, see what I mean? Oh, okay, so quite, this is what I mean, like, I do, don't get me wrong, I've been doing this exercise for ages now, but there's always something that I keep forgetting about. Last time I had 40 kilo on this, but I used the other Smith. This one's gonna be harder, no? No? Same? Okay. I'll go with 40 then. However, you know what he was just saying, like, do this, do that. So if I improve something technique-wise, then obviously that's gonna be a progress. That's why I need a second pair of eyes on this exercise, because I always slip into bad habits and I don't wanna do that, so. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ideally I need minimum 8, ideally 10.
So overextend your wrist now. So when you flick it, it's level.
Right, so not like that.
So start there, so when you flick it, it's
Right, yeah. Good?
yeah, overextend now. You're going to be flipping it forward to get them straight. There. Right. Drive. Up! Come on!
Oh, this was much harder than last time. How did I have 10 reps last time? You think it's that wrist? Ow. I was shaking from the first rep, did you see?
2.5, I think, on the side.
Hey, but the first set needs to be heavy like that.
Yeah.
8 to 10 on the first set, so I was just about there. I'm gonna drop this now, obviously. Second one, last time I had 30 for 13 apparently, so. But I will need to have a little long break now. This is a big lift, so obviously 2-3 minutes break easily. Because if I was gonna go now and try to lift it, I'd probably knock out about 5 reps, not 13, so. Why did I struggle so much? It's a different machine, I'm gonna go with that. Last time you told me, for the sake of argument, last time you told me when I was doing hip thrust on this, that this is harder than the other one. Did you or did you not say that? He did say that. He did say that, so I'm gonna go with the fact that this is harder than the other machine. That's why, that's why I only had 8 reps, not 10. That's it. Harder lift. You did say that. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit wider because I feel like it could hit my shoulders a little bit better. Because now the bitch is quite.
Well, you got it. Ready? Go. Come on. It's all you still. I touched it.
This one was better now. It hits it better. Yes.
No?
Thank you. You know how everyone has that one exercise that they absolutely hate? This one is mine. In fact, any back exercise is the one that I absolutely hate. I'm not gonna lie. Like, listen, this is one proper like back exercise. I've got one exercise in my whole program and I still complain about it. It's just wrong, isn't it? I do feel like, because I've been doing it for about 2 years now, I do feel like I've just sort of mastered it, how it needs to be. So I feel it in the right places. The technique is good, the connection with the muscle is good. It took me about 2 years to get to this stage. I still do not enjoy the pain coming from this exercise. I'm not gonna lie, but let's do it anyway. So now on this one, so it's gonna be a single arm cable pull down, as you will see. On this exercise, we're doing 3 sets again. However, every single set has got different rep range. So meaning we will need to be using different weights, obviously, for a different rep range, right? You can't be using the same weight on an 8 to 10 rep range than on 12 to 15 or 15 to 20, which is what my rep ranges are. So start nice and heavy, 8 to 10 reps. Then we'll drop the weight a little bit to be in between 12 to 15 reps. And then we'll drop the weight on the third set even further to be between 15 and 20 reps. Every single set needs to be taken to failure. So you need to work out the weight that allows you to do that on that set rep range, because sometimes I feel like people do not understand the rep ranges. And I get this with clients, right? Like I give them a program, explain that every set has got different rep range. And then when I actually look into what they're logging in, it's the same weight on every set, but different reps. It doesn't quite work like that, okay? So your job is to take every set as close to failure as possible. So to do that with the loads, just to hit 8 to 10 reps, it's gonna be a different load than 15 to 20 reps, right? So learn to basically work the rep ranges. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, 8 to 10 reps. Last time we had 23 for 10 reps. However, do you remember from my previous video, I was saying about me making notes in my Google Sheet where I'm tracking my lifts. So my note this time says Because if I'm gonna give you an example, right? If I didn't put any notes in and I would just track what I've done last time, which was 23 kilo for 10 reps, technically I am hitting the end range of my rep range, 8 to 10 reps. I'm hitting number 10. So usually that is the indicator that you need to increase the weight next time, right? So if I didn't put any notes in, I would look at this and be like, okay, so I hit 10 reps, I hit the end of the rep range last time, I need to go up with weight today. However, we are pretty good with notes. So I put the note in, stay and practice this weight, see? So I'm not gonna be coming up with weight because last time it didn't feel quite right. So we're gonna practice that today and try to hit it a little bit better. So let's go. Just about, see what I mean? It's a good thing that I didn't increase the weight because I would struggle to hit 8 reps. I am gonna leave the same note in there, I'm not gonna touch it. It's gonna be 23 for 10, 23 for 10 on repeat for the foreseeable future because I really wanna feel like I could overdo the rep range before I increase the weight. Now this time I definitely did not feel like it. I felt like I need to be practicing this for 10 reps. So we're gonna drop the weight. Apparently last time we had 13 reps on 18. 13 reps is just about perfect between 12 to 15 rep range. So I'm gonna try to mimic that again. I find like on this exercise it's very hard to progress for me. Anything back, it is incredibly hard for me to progress on. So it's basically doing the same shot every single time. Same reps, same weight, same reps, same weight, same reps, same weight, on repeat. And then you get maybe sometimes on a really good day, an extra rep. Other than that, I've been stuck on doing this, same weight, same reps for ages now, but it is what it is. My back is not my stronger part, so we're going for 13 reps now, let's see. Ah, thank God for that. Are we on? Did you catch me saying thank God for that? It's the reaction every single time. Once this exercise is done, I'm like, I always dread this exercise, but it is what it is. I can't like everything. You're not supposed to like everything. You're supposed to do what you have to. So that's what I'm telling myself. Now we're gonna go and let me double check what we do next. We're actually gonna go and do lateral raises again. However, this time it's gonna be a single arm. So you might have noticed that I do quite a lot of lateral raises, right? This is purely because I'm trying to create a little bit more width in my upper body, right? So for bikini, as always, all about the glutes and nice popping shoulders, so I create like an X shape basically when I stand in my front pose, right? It's not looking bad actually. I wish I looked like this all the time, not only 5 minutes when I train. This pump will be gone for about, give me 10 minutes after workout and I'll look like I never lifted weight again. For lateral raise, we're gonna use minimum weight again, because again, if I loaded this up, I won't be able to do it the way I need to. I actually stripped down the weight quite a bit in the last 2 weeks, purely because, if I say so myself, I've improved technique quite a bit. Something like that, so it's nice and tight. So it's literally just that shoulder working. Ugh. Ugh. See what I mean? So again, I'm gonna show you, right? I could put this up, yeah, 9 kilo instead of 4.5. And this is what you might see people do in the gym as well, yeah? They're trying to work with the whole body, get the weight up. I could do that, yes, but is that gonna engage my shoulder in the best possible way? No. So sometimes you have to forget the weight. Your body doesn't know what is the load that you lift, and your body doesn't recognize the weight. It recognizes the stress you create with that weight on it, right? So whether that weight is 10, 20, 50 kilo, your body doesn't know the number. It knows the stress. So if you create enough and a good stress on the body with 10 kilo, then that's all that matters. As opposed to you can lift 50 kilo, but there's not gonna be a lot of stress because you swing the weight, you go way too quick, you know, you don't control the weight. It's not gonna be enough stress on that muscle. So all about the stress. If we can create a stress with small weight like this, and that's all that matters. That's all our body now. Getting out of steam now. Luckily, this is the last shoulder exercise. We only got rear delts to do after this, and finishing with abs that I absolutely hate, but again, it needs to be done. So, where are we? Single lateral raise. Yes, I did do one extra rep on the first set, which is great, and I matched the reps on the second set, so that's really amazing. This is a very good workout, by the way. I timed it very well. 2 more exercises: reverse pec deck for rear delts, and finishing with abs. This is another of the exercises that I have a very hard time to progress, and that's purely because of those here. See the traps? I don't want them, they're just there. Everyone compliments me on them. God, what do you do for traps? Look at your traps, they're amazing. I don't want them, you can have them. Hate them. Hate them, but I think it's genetics. My dad has got big traps, so I think it's just something I inherited. Now, if I was a man, that'd be great, but I really do not need traps. I never train them, but they always try to get involved. So, like, especially in this exercise here, it's all about the rear delts, right? So I'm trying to hit the back of my shoulder. When this gets tired, my traps started to take over, so it's burning up here, not down here where I need it. So it used to be much worse years ago. It's getting better the more I do it because of the muscle-mind connection, I suppose. Again, it's just practicing the lifts, trying to lift the same weight better and better and better each time. That's what it is about. Just lift the same weight, but lift it better. Oh, that's a good slogan. I like that. This is the movement on this exercise right here. So when you're opening this, rather than thinking about, I'm gonna open it backwards, yeah, which is what people do, think about opening it to the side. You don't have to go I don't know where, because that's when my traps are gonna get engaged. So I just wanna roll my shoulders forward a little bit and then just think about opening to the side, stopping the movement somewhere here. So this is what we're gonna do. But very little traps and proper real delts, so that was good. Burn them out. Having good real delts is quite important for me, especially in the back pose, bikini back pose, because obviously you can see that with the glutes and this bit here. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite important bit. Very little muscle, but pretty important. Okay, last exercise. leg raises. Listen, I do not train abs, right? This is literally the only exercise I do. I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. Hate training abs. I do not enjoy that pain. Again, for those who still think that you can burn the fat off your abs by doing abs, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So you train in abs, yes, you're gonna strengthen your ab muscles. You've got the muscle already. You just maybe can't see it because it's under a layer of fat. So the only way to see those muscles is by dropping the body fat. And the only way to drop the body fat is by being in a calorie deficit through your nutrition. There is no amount of ab exercises you can do that will burn off the fat of your abs. It does not work like that. I know no one wants to hear it, but it doesn't. It really, really doesn't. So we do train abs, one exercise, 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps, just to strengthen it, just to make sure that they stay in there. But I'm gonna be seeing more and more of my abs once I drop even more body fat. So when I'm on stage, you can see my abs, but you can see them, not because I train them. One exercise is nothing. Not because I train them, because I drop the body fat and you can see those muscles. So it's very important for me not to swing too much on this exercise as well, because I want to initiate the movement through my abs rather than swinging it through the legs. Ugh, disgusting. That's a disgusting exercise. Anything ab related is disgusting. Absolutely hate it. I hate that pain. If this wasn't in my program, I definitely would not do that. I wouldn't even touch abs. But they're programmed for a reason. Like every other lift is programmed for a reason, so just gonna shut up and do it. I definitely feel like we're done. My shoulders are on fire. Now my abs are on fire, everything is on fire. But I feel like when my body starts shaking, I know it's definitely getting to the end. Great workout today. Amazing to see a little bit of progression again. I value this kind of training so much because especially in the diet phase, like I said, it doesn't happen very often. So when I get that extra rep, it might not seem like a lot, but it still is an extra rep for me. That's amazing. I don't see it happening every single training, every single week, but I do have good trainings, I do have good weeks. Then I have trainings where I feel a bit more tired. Today's training was great. We had a great progress. I feel it. Form was there, control was there. I can tell because the correct muscles are on fire. So that's how my upper body workout looks like. Twice a week, I do exactly the same thing. I do not change anything apart from, again, trying to progress. Extra reps, extra weight if I have to, more control, more muscle-mind connection, just practicing the same movements over and over again. So great stuff. Thank you for coming with me through the upper body workout. We will talk more very, very soon about the wrap-up of my diet phase and the decision if I'm making it to the stage this year or not. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's not like I'm keeping it. I just don't know yet. So we'll see in about 3-4 weeks, and then we'll do what we have to. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for all your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe.